Well, I'm back at it, building the foundation, laying more block. Overall, this process has taken me about a month and a half of laying block after we got the foundation poured. So just day in and day out, and hammering these blocks down. So we're also gonna get some mini scaffolding from a family friend, you know, borrow or rent it or whatever. Yeah, it's just sitting there in their shed, so I'm gonna use that. I'll have 2 sets of scaffolding. Now I have to move one of them all over the freaking place. Going good. I feel good today. Hopefully the rain holds out. I look like a lunch lady with this freaking hairnet thing on, but another nice day. Just been working on the foundation. Here's the update. Got the 5th row done on the back side. Got all the corners set. Got the rebar in. So this 5th row is the rebar row or bond beam row. So I got that done. I got all the rebar set, and then yesterday got this part of this 5th row. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row done. I got all the corners set, so today I should be able to just pull strings and blast it out. I'm at the point where I have to stand on something, so I kind of use that archery target for now, because I don't really need scaffolding yet, just a step stool, and it's lightweight and pretty sturdy. So moving through the bricks, we got like 3 pallets, 3.5, 4 pallets left of those, and then 1 of those. And I also got some mini scaffolding for the next row, or maybe the 7th or 8th row. I'm definitely gonna need scaffolding. So yeah, it's going well. Just put in some brutal days. I did about 65 bricks yesterday, in addition to all that other stuff. You know, mixing grout, striking them, you know, so afterwards you got to go through and strike it off and smooth out the joints, and packing bricks and cutting rebar and just the whole thing. I don't have a helper, but I'm doing good, man. I feel like 60 bricks is a lot for one guy. So anyways, I'll get set up today and we'll get started. There's something pretty peaceful about working outdoors, with just the sounds of nature, you know, the wind, the birds, what have you. I really enjoy working outdoors, especially in the woods. It's one of my favorite things to do with my life. I've had to work in the city before quite a bit, you know, for my job. And I guess that's how I learned that I don't like to work in the city where there's traffic and crazy people that run around naked and shoot each other or whatever. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself up here working, and I had a lot of time to think, which is good. So this part's called striking it, and it is what it is. You just smooth out the joints. There are still a few spots that need to be patched in, you know. Sometimes the top of these there's a little bit of grout missing, so I'll have to go back through and patch everything in before I waterproof it, but for the most part it gets it on the first go. It leaves a little bit of these little chunks, so I'll scrape all that off and it ends up looking pretty nice. Well, one of the things I learned from doing this foundation was to push myself outside of my comfort zone, because I had never done block work before until this, and so I had to teach myself how to do it and do it right the first time, because I only get one chance at it. So a lot of growth happens when you're uncomfortable, I guess, and especially for me, I learned a lot, not only about block work, but about myself and my limits and whatnot. I feel like one of the biggest problems humankind has nowadays is being too comfortable. Whether, you know, it's probably from the use of technology or things that make life easier, but human beings need to have a struggle, and we used to have to forage and hunt and stuff like that, but since we basically have everything done for us, it makes people in general kind of unhappy. Well, that's it for today. Part of row 7 done and all the corners on row 7. So I'll be back in the morning to keep hammering. Well, a little update. Working on foundation. It's like 85 degrees, finally warm, so I got the 7th row pretty much done. Today I just got to finish this. It's Saturday, and then I got a day off finally, hopefully. And anyway, just got to get that in, this in, and this over. And I might try to get the corners set, but after that I really got to focus on leveling the ground around it so that we can set the scaffolding up. And I know just from experience that the preparation that I do making the ground level will make the scaffolding go smooth, and it'll just save me a lot of time in the long run. So yeah, never mind the hat. I got a new one ordered. Should be here on Wednesday, a couple days. You know, I just learned so much that it's just blasted. My cranium is just expanded so much that the hat couldn't handle it. Anyway, this is a view from up here. It's getting pretty close, man. It's just this next 3 rows. We're at 7, and we gotta get to 10. These next 3 rows are gonna be the hardest, and I knew it. And now the weather's getting hot. That's okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the suffering. And anyway, I took yesterday off of the foundation so that Lindsay texted me and said, hey, this lady's got a bunch of dry timber and it's free and it's in our area. So I got lucky. I got the trailer unloaded and the truck unloaded and got it hooked up and the battery charged. Well, she ended up having like 15 cords worth of wood, and we got all sorts of sizes from, you know, a lot of 8 and 10, 12 foot, but there's some 16 and 14 foot in there, and it's a it's a bunch, and it's half of it's Doug fir and half of it's pine. And we want the pine for the siding so that it matches. And the Doug fir is really good for building. I had this, and then I got this today, this morning. So it was at five or six loads of good wood. So it's all dry. It's been there for a year. That was awesome, man. So now if we run out of any wood up there at the house, we'll be able to easily make it with dry Doug fir. Getting the scaffolding set up, and ran into a little bit of a problem. Well, basically the ground is unlevel here, and so to get close enough to the wall, I got to get those wheels like basically next to the wall, which then the other side is freaking like this, so the whole scaffolding's tilted away and it's dangerous. So I have to either dig out like a mound of dirt that goes along the outside at 30 inches and then put boards down so that I have a level platform to roll these wheels on. But then I thought of something better. I got the wheels off, the casters, and then I found some bar stock, some steel here, and I found some steel here, and I made, luckily these steel fit right in these things, so basically it's gonna just kind of line up with that. Hopefully I'm gonna weld these feet on like that so it just has something to stand on, and then I should be able to adjust this side or whatever side I want to increments, and I don't have to do all that digging. So it just saved me a ton of time, I think, by doing it that way. Here's a little update on our garden. Tomatoes, the broccoli that we planted, apples are doing good, lettuce is doing good, more broccoli, and then we got these bad boys, man, these good ones coming up. Look at that. These are supposedly a really good breed or strain for this area. Strawberries, flowers, garlic, more broccoli, onions and Brussels sprouts mixed throughout. This is all potatoes. Tons of potatoes. These are asparagus. We can't really do anything with them. We just gotta let them grow for like 3 years. This is all strawberries. This is all asparagus as well. And watermelon and cucumber. Slow, but I think this is cucumber and carrots coming up. Here's like a bunch of different peppers, hot ones, bell peppers, all of them in between. These are the peas. We just replanted the peas along the fence so it can grow up on that, and they're starting to come up right here. And then we also planted more potatoes in this section, so I should watch out. We got 3 big ass tomato plants, pear tree, cherry tree. Doing okay, it'll come up better. Got grapes, gonna grow up this side of the fence towards the back so it doesn't block out. And this one's coming back. Apparently it died like 3 times, but it's got a little bud on it, like right there. So you should come back. They're pretty tough, apparently. All raspberries. Raspberries, raspberries, raspberries. Raspberries. Tons of raspberries. It's coming along nice. And then today I plowed the field. Let's go look. So it's been so wet. It's like we haven't been able to plant our field because it's like seriously rained so crazy, and it's June 20th. So it's like we gotta plant it now or we're out of luck. So anyway, I plowed it all with the tractor. We're gonna plant a bunch of millet and alfalfa out here. Millet gets like 6 feet tall and it's a cover crop. And then we're gonna plow it under this fall. And what that does is it'll build soil, it'll build good fertile soil because it'll have a lot of organic matter on top. We'll do that a few years, and then the soil should be pretty much worked and regenerated into where we can basically grow whatever we want at that point, because not all things like clay soil. Got the 8th row along the side and the back, and now I'm trying to finish out this section here today. And I got one more batch of mud mixed up, so I gotta get with it before it gets dark. Oh, we got all of the 8th row done. This corner, it's at about 7 feet now. And I started the ninth row over here. Got this back wall done. Had a special guest today, John. He helped quite a bit and we chatted quite a bit, and it was a good day. So we're done working today. Be back first thing in the morning to cut these in and cut all the pieces and hopefully get the 9th row done tomorrow. I gotta have a PVC pipe right here for our outlet for our septic tank and our inlet for our water line. So I'm going to the store today and I'm gonna get a 5-inch piece of PVC, put it in there, and then grout around it. And I'm gonna get the laser out and make sure all the corners are exactly the same elevation. But it's about 2 o'clock now, and we're going into town with the truck and trailer to get one like big load of materials, just random stuff, odds and ends that we're gonna need. I got another pallet of bricks. I got some 2x12 16-footers, some treated 2x8s for the sill plate, some 2x4 braces. I got rebar. I got matting for our French drain. So it's this whole system called Melroll, and that matting goes over the top of your gravel so that clay can't clog it up, you know, and that way it works for a long time. Got some other miscellaneous stuff. This is for the ridge beam. Got hundreds of hangers, like 72 of those hurricane clips and joist hangers, and we got a new toilet seat for the house. But yeah, and then, you know, just other stuff, new saw blades, big old pails of screws, framing nails, case of liquid nails, foam stuff for sill plate, spray foam insulation. And anyway, the other thing that we figured out yesterday, Lindsay was calling while we're in the truck, and we're trying to get concrete to pump truck to pump the holes. And they said, well, we can't do it for 3 weeks. Called a bunch of places, but they had a mysterious opening Tuesday, which is like 3 days away, and it's 4th of July weekend. And so I basically got to get all the bricks done, get all the rebar done in 3 days. And probably not going to enjoy my 4th that much, but I got to do more bricks the next 3 days than I've been doing, which I've been averaging 50 or more a day. And I got to do like 75. Anyway, yeah, 75 a day. Well, it's Sunday, the day before 4th of July. Rained yesterday, and I just didn't really have time or energy to film, but I worked from 5 a.m. to dark, and Got quite a bit done. Got the final row done all the way around to here. And then now I'm working on this front wall. Got all these bricks moved in. Got all the mortar moved in. That way I can work from the inside at the scaffolding. I got all the rebar along the top row done and the vertical inserts. Had a crazy storm come through, lightning, thunder, heavy rain. So we bailed and went in the camper for a while. Gonna get started again. I just mixed a bunch of mortar, so hopefully it's not solid. Well, got a lot done since the rainstorm came in, and we got about 37 bricks or so left down here, but we need about 50 something. So it's like 6 o'clock Sunday night. We'll work for a little longer, and we're going to drive to town and get our 15 blocks that we need so that we can come back on 4th of July morning, Monday, and finish this out. It would be another big day, and then Tuesday we're going to have concrete, so got to do what we got to do. Now you can get around. Got this front wall all the way up to like here, and then last night I worked pretty late, and then today I've got this done, and over there I got a bunch of that done. So I got 2 more bricks left, or I guess cinder blocks. So I got all that row done over there too with the cut ones, and these almost got her whipped. Lindsay's been helping a lot, smoothing out and cleaning up down here so we don't have any trip hazards. Then I gotta do rebar real quick. I have it pretty much cut out.
He's whining.
It's his birthday today, his 12th birthday.
Happy birthday, Bandit.
That's it.
Phew. Cool, babe. Good job.
Look at the thumbnail picture. Well, there she is. Foundation to our house. Well, it's the next day, and I don't know how much the camera actually got because it died, obviously, but we freaking we did it good, man. We kicked ass, and we got all the concrete poured into the cells, and it made it all the way to the bottom, And we only had to vibrate a few spots that weren't taken, because mainly like the front wall, because I have a lot of rebar in that wall, because it's kind of going to be holding up the ceiling and the walls, because we got vaulted ceilings. But
exactly 1805, and again, you look at it, slavery wasn't abolished until the 13th Amendment in 1865, so this is 60 years before slavery is abolished. And then you look at the 15th Amendment that granted African American men the right to vote. That wasn't until 1870, so this is 65 years before black men could vote.
We better hit on this real quick now that we're putting Sacagawea behind us in the story for a minute. They had a slave. Was his workload different than everybody else's workload?
No, he was actually a childhood friend of Clark's. They grew up together. When Clark was asked to go along with this expedition, it just only seemed natural that his servant York would come with him.
But he's not on payroll.
He's not on payroll, but in a way he becomes one of the guys. I mean, he's allowed to go hunting. Slaves aren't allowed to carry weapons, but he's allowed to go hunting. He becomes one of the guys. He becomes a very noble member of the expedition. And at the same time, when they return, he goes back to being part of slave life. Clark even at one point said that he had to punish York to keep him the same reference that he was nothing but a slave.
I thought he didn't free him. I thought he freed him after the expedition.
No. There's several different stories. One is that York married and that he actually moved out west, settled down with an Indian tribe. Others that he stayed with Clark for a period of time and then eventually left. But there really is not a whole lot known about what happens to York afterwards. We know that he
through the month of July.
So I'll probably be hiking most weekends in July and August. I've heard this area, there are bugles happening in July. So I'm just wondering if it's even worth it to be bugling out there to kind of see if there's even any elk near it.
It never hurts. What you'll probably hear most of the time during the summer is elk will actually bugle all year. I've actually heard elk bugle every month of the year. I've even heard them bugle after.
Yeah.